Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ajay Patel Show. My name is Ajay Patel, and this is episode 55. I think it is episode 55. And I apologize for the lack of episode last week, but holidays, a little bit of wedding planning, a little bit of Thanksgiving plans. Also, I feel like the holidays are a little bit light. A lot of people got a lot of stuff going on, whether it's travel, hanging out with family, holiday shopping, catching up on some TVs, getting in their last minute medical procedures. All that to say, I think for the rest of the year. So right now I'm looking at the calendar and we got December 9th, 16th, 23rd, and then the 30th. There will be one more episode to close out the year, and then Happy New Year's after that. But before we get into that, this is, the most beautiful time of the year, the most wonderful time of the year, how joyous, how festive, people are happy. You go to a grocery store and people are actually smiling. People talk to you in the line. It's something about November, December. Something about November, December where you don't even feel like you're in America anymore. There needs to be more holidays throughout the year, and I'm not talking like the throwaways, right? Like the holidays that make people angry. I'm not talking about those. Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, whatever you want to call it, July 4th, Juneteenth. Those days are all kind of spread out throughout the year, but they don't really do anything. You get together, but you don't feel a change in the atmosphere. And then by the time you get to November, it's like you're in a different country. You're in a different country. And the one thing that people love during this time of the year, and wow, it actually does amaze me how every single time of the year when we come around to November, December, people are all about it. Like people are more invested in this thing than anything else. And that's Spotify Wrapped. Holy shit. People love that stuff. People love seeing, what did I listen to? I need to share this with the world. And personally, I already knew what mine was going to be. I feel like mine never changes year to year. There's a couple artists that hop in there, but it's like, did I actually listen to that? My Apple Music is connected to, I guess I got to preface that. I don't have Spotify, so I have to do Apple Replay. So I'm kind of losing out on the party a little bit. And then when I'm posting some of my Apple stuff, it feels like I'm a fraud. But in reality, it's like I prefer Apple over Spotify because I just prefer the nicer things. You know what I'm saying? And I got the whole family paying Apple Fitness, Apple TV. I don't use any of that. But the point is that I have it in this country. That's the most important thing is, do you have it or do you not have it? And do you have the nicer things? And nicer things are just justified by the price tag. And that is Apple Music. So, I do that Apple Replay every year, and every year it's the same thing. Every year it's the same thing. And if we were going by the hot girl standard of a red flag, of, like if this artist is on this person's top 5, you should stay far away from this person. Let me tell you on my top 5. For this year, And this doesn't change much at all. It was Drake, and I'm doing this off of memory. It was Drake, Chris Brown, Pratik Kuhad, which we'll get into in a second, Khalid, and Kanye West. I'm not too mad at that. There's some years where I used to do a lot of that, like going to sleep music at the end of the night, like the white noise thing, and play that for maybe a 2-hour timer until I fall asleep. And then that was always at the top of my Wrapped. And that's pretty annoying because it's like, I should be able to filter this stuff out. Like I should be able to filter out a genre. And then the other thing is, I can't say the name because then it'll activate the command, but Alexa is connected to my Apple Music. So anytime we're in the house and I'm trying to play something that Isha likes, that's normally Pratik Kuhad or Khalid. And so then that plays for a couple of hours. And that's on my Apple Music. So now people think I'm a dork. People think I like to listen to the sad boy music. And that's not true. I like to listen to the real red flags. You know what I'm saying? I like to listen to the real conspiracy theorists. I like to listen to Kanye West, Chris Breezy Too Easy, Drizzy Drake Rogers. That's right. Kendrick Lamar wasn't on there. This big old year, I didn't see him on a lot of y'all's top fives. But we're not going to get into that. I'm tired. We're in a festive season. I don't need to talk about rap beefs. I need to talk about rap beefs with comedians, because that's what's happening. For those that don't know, as we get into it. And while we're on the thing of music, well, firstly, share with me what your Spotify Wrapped is or your Apple Replay. I would love to know. It's kind of fun to see. Like, my friend Narain's, all of his were Punjabi artists. And it's like, oh, this is very interesting. Like, you could have had some crazy shit up there, right? Like, I would have been less caught off guard if he had like P. Diddy in his top five. Was that too far? Was that too soon? Too soon. Okay, I'm just getting temperature here, but it's the holiday season. Kendrick Lamar released an album a week or so ago. GNX, whatever it's called. I kind of liked it. It was like, oh, I like when you're just rapping. And then these beats are mean. Overall, would I go back and listen to it? Maybe once or twice. But overall, it's just like, I've just grown so tired of music, I think. And I feel, okay, now we're getting into this like bigger picture thing as my brain is racing through it. See, it's always good to kind of just start potting again. So then it's like, oh yeah, I do remember how my brain works instead of just watching Game of Thrones. That's right. I'm catching up on that stuff. I listen to a lot of the old time albums still. And I'm not talking about old school, right? I'm not talking about like Andre 3000 and stuff. I've been listening to Take Care. I've been listening to the original Chris Brown albums, the Chris Brown Name Title album. Today I was listening to J. Cole, Friday Night Lights. And there's this weird, I don't know what it is, where it's like, is it just because there's so much going on? There's always been this much going on in the world. There has always been this much going on in the world. I don't think it's a matter of like, oh my gosh, there's so much happening now. But it's a matter of I am consuming so much more in this age of, mass social media and what is it called? Like a quick social media hits. Quick. Before you used to just see an Instagram picture, scroll an Instagram picture, scroll another picture, and so forth. Your consumption is small. And if you actually want to dive deeper into that rabbit hole, you can. But like that takes effort. Whereas now, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, YouTube, everything's got video, right? Everything has changed into this video format thing. And it's not like it's 6 seconds, right? That whole Vine window is gone. These things are like 15 minutes, a minute, 3 minutes. I'm burning so much time on TikTok and I'm consuming so much, whether it's all this stuff about the United Healthcare CEO dying, whether it's all this stuff about problems overseas, all this stuff happening politically, all this stuff like, oh, you shouldn't use nonstick pans because you could get cancer. There's so much shit you're consuming that I feel like when it comes to these things like the arts, you fall back on, what am I comfortable with? I don't want to be open to something new right now. I just want something to almost give me that metaphorical hug, that metaphorical weighted robe I was wearing in a previous episode. I just want something that I can already know. I've already learned. I've already bopped to. I don't need to go to the club to learn this, experience this new music. I don't want to listen to this stuff on a long drive. The way that I feel like when you get to 30, the way you consume music is so different, right? Like I will never have that same energy towards, like, let's say Travis Scott albums as some people do. I have that energy with Kanye West music because it's what I was in college with. I got to go to a concert. I got to, live through those days of, college dropout, my dark twisted fantasy, late registration, Pablo. I'm listening to all these old albums, and then, I'm driving down the road and I see these billboards for all these movies that have already happened a million times. I saw a billboard for a Mufasa. Bro, how many times are we going to tell the Lion King story? Every single year, I see the same shit. Wicked is new, right? Wicked is the new thing that everyone's talking about. Oh my gosh, look at Ariana Grande. It's so awesome. I don't know the other actress's name. I apologize. I want to go watch it? Sure. It looks amazing. But that's not a new story, right? There is no there's not a newness to it. If you saw the play, more than likely this is the movie. And apparently the movie is just the first half of the overall play. There's this idea of, you know what? We shouldn't feed people new stuff because they're goddamn tired. They're tired of all the new shit out there. So what can I give them that they're comfortable with? What can I give them that they're, like they can just feel like, yes, you can consume this. You already know 50% of this. So do you want to learn the other 50%? Look at all these albums that are getting remastered. All these TV shows getting, brought back to Netflix. And it's like, oh, the last day to watch Taken 3 is October 30th. This shit's getting pushed so much. And I'm cool with it. But it's like, what's happening here? What happened to the original idea? That's why I like Penguin so much. Where you came up with this, I get it, right? It's a story that's been told a million times, but I never saw a comic about it. They're probably going to come out with the new Superman movie soon. Is it going to be the same shit over and over again? Oh, I'm so strong. I don't know how to control my powers. My dad that adopted me dies again. I got to save the city. Same thing with Batman. How many freaking Batmans are we going to see? Oh, well, this one's for the new generation, though. Who cares, bro? Tell a new story. We're still telling Lion King. And look, I get it. I haven't even watched the trailer for Mufasa. But this is just the shit that I'm so tired of. And I'm someone that has fallen victim to it as well. I like to stick to the shit that I know. Going back to the Kendrick album where it's an artist that I already am comfortable with, right? I don't know how likely am I to listen to a Lil Baby album. These artists that are more newer, I don't know really how to experience their movie properly, experience their music properly. It's almost like you got that relationship with that person. No, you know what I'm saying? So many people love Taylor Swift. They either grew up with her or, they have spent enough time consuming her music, her art, her life. These artists aren't even interesting anymore. You see so much of their life. You're consuming their music. Then you go on Instagram, you see that they're live and you see what their life's doing. Oh, there's a little break. Now they're in a movie. Okay, now they're on a Twitch stream. You see so much shit. The rarity factor has gone away. Remember when Will Smith used to show up once a year? On July 4th, you used to see him in one movie. Maybe December, you get another movie. And it was like, holy shit, that guy is the coolest person in the world. Look, I know some of y'all have feelings about Will Smith, but that dude was legit the coolest dude in the world. Growing up, don't play. When you saw Pursuit of Happiness, you were like, this dude could act. When you saw Bad Boys, holy shit. Now, bro, it's so hard for me to defend this dude. I'll take the slap out of the picture. How do I? There's so much of you. Who wants to consume this much? Is it the new era? I don't know. All that to say, on the Kendrick album, apparently he made a diss towards Andrew Schultz. Now, is this a first? Is this a first of a rapper dissing a comedian? And before, it's like you have the comedian that does a stand-up set as their quote-unquote response. They might do something in public in front of 100, 1,000 people, whatever it is. But now the way that social media is set up and how all of these comedians have podcasts, everyone has a podcast, right? You can easily get your word out there on whatever response you have. You can listen to something and then post a response the next day and 1 million people will consume it. A rapper and a comedian. Look, I get it. Kendrick Lamar might be that dude that you never want to pick a beef with. But you also don't want to pick a beef with a comedian. I'm not the biggest Andrew Schultz fan as a person. Do I think he's funny? Yes. I think he's very, very funny. I actually got to see him live in, Staples Center, Crypto Arena. The dude is hilarious. I don't think you want to pick a beef with him because he doesn't have to come up with some clever rhyme. He doesn't have to find a beat. He doesn't have to drop it on YouTube and let people start consuming it. He gets to talk immediately. He just gets to talk shit. It's so interesting. But, this is some of the pop culture stuff I wanted to sprinkle on y'all today. What do I get into next? I completely forgot. I haven't talked to you guys since Thanksgiving. But how was your Thanksgiving? What did you eat? What did you do? Did you get in a fight with anyone? Did you go to a wedding, an engagement? That's what you do during this time of the year. Me, myself. Isha and I went to our friend Hanali and Ankit's place and hung out. Some family festivities with his parents, and it was fun. It was simple. It was fun. And then the next day we went to Kansas City. Now, I'm actually a fan of Kansas City. Whether it was just the casinos, whether you can gamble there, the weather, the people, I don't know what it is. The people are slightly racist, but not like racist. They'll say like namaste to you, and it's like, I wasn't even talking to you. Like that kind of ooh. Like they're a little too interested, which is also a flavor of racism for those that didn't know. Kansas City's awesome. Went to Isha's cousin's engagement. And let me tell y'all, if your football team is having success, your city is doing good. I don't know. I mean, when I say I don't know, I know exactly where. Where did Kansas City get all this money? They built a brand new airport. Their airport is like a social club. They're building this environment like a middle atrium that people just hang out in. And it's not like Heathrow where, there's just like a million chairs and then there's like 5 restaurants along the sides and then you got to walk a mile to go to a lounge, another mile to go to your gate. This airport was nice. And then you go around and, you're in this part of the city. Okay, this part's actually where all the nice restaurants are. This place also has nice barbecue. It's like, yo, this city is nice, bro. I can fully understand how people want to set up shop here. It almost felt like a less weird and cleaner Austin, Texas. Legit. Less weird as far as you see less homeless people, less hippies, less, let's say, blue leaning stuff, less liberal stuff, and more so just hills, big houses, barbecue, nice restaurants, all the trendy stuff that's happening. Ooh, a Texas Roadhouse. Wow. Next to a Great Clips, next to a Chipotle, next to a GameStop. Okay, I'm going to admit something to y'all. While we were there, Isha and I went to Chipotle. There's a GameStop next door. And I went to GameStop because, like I said, that nostalgia is that metaphorical hug where it's like, you know what? Things still feel normal. Things still feel like I have the same problems when I was 17. All of this wedding planning, all of this driving an hour and a half to work. Oh, shit, is my hairline going back? All of these problems kind of disappear when you're in some of these comfortable elements. So I went into GameStop and I bought a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's right. I was like, you know what? This right here is comfort food. I'm trying to be better on my diet. Carbs is a hell of a drug. So I'm, I mentally break now and then. I bought a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I even recorded opening it. I was like, you know what? Content is king. I got to have this content. And I didn't know a single fucking card. And it's just like how, I would, not even on some nerdy shit, not even on any nerdy shit. I would love to play. I would love to get into it again. The game was so fun. I get it. Well, bro, that's a childish game. The game is fun. It doesn't matter. I've spent some weird time this week kind of admiring like these I'm just going to say it, these nerds that go to these Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and still collect and all that stuff. Because it's like, good for you, bro. Good for you. As long as you're taking care of your family, right? As long as you're not taking, loans out on the house. As long as you're not gambling your family's savings away and your kid's not able to eat and you're buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead. That, that's an actual red flag. But if you have a hobby that just brings you some joy in this road bump of life, why not? Why not? Pursue your weird shit. Do that weird shit you like. That's my inspirational message for y'all for this Monday. Going back to the engagement itself. Engagement was cool. Engagement was fun. I think, events like this help me kind of remember how simple this shit is. Like, all you really need is people, food, and alcohol. You don't need amazing decorations. You don't need people to have the most convenient way of getting there. All of that friction kind of does just disappear. Food, drink, people. That's literally all it comes down to. It was a fun engagement. The one thing that had me thinking was, we did a dance. Me, Isha's sister, and brother-in-law. And it was like, it was maybe 30 seconds, a minute at max. And I just feel like I'm at that weird age where it's like, this isn't, here's the where my two trains of thoughts are right now. Am I in this weird age group of dancing? Right? Obviously, from when you're a kid, it's cute. You get to maybe 13, 14. Ooh, cool. The younger cousins are dancing. You get to 18. Oh, like nice. Like the younger brother is dancing. And then from like 25 to 35, maybe even 40, it's like this weird group where you should not be dancing at every single event. In my opinion, not every single event. Now, I'm not saying there is an age max to dancing. But I think as a guy, from 27, let's say 27 to like 38, you just sit out. You do a dance if you're, like your significant other's in there. You do the couple moves and you come back. If it's a wedding or if it's a reception. But at the age of 30, it just feels strange. And then you come out of it on 40 and then you're in the uncle's dance. That's awesome. The uncle's dance and the auntie's dance is the best thing there is throughout the night. I don't care if you were on a dance team. I don't care how good y'all are. Okay, that's actually a scratch. Sometimes the performances are really good, and I applaud that. But we don't really need the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right, 2, 3, 4. Okay, left again, 1, 2. Okay, right again. Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, guys, you're going to shake your butt for 4 counts, and then you're going to walk to the right for 4 counts, and then clap, and then walk to the left for 4 counts, and then clap. Like, we can take these out. We can take these out and eat dinner 30 minutes sooner. I think girls will always dance, and I think it's cool. Do what you want. I don't know what's in there, bro. So I don't know. I don't want to make any judgments. Do whatever. Now, here's the other train of thought. I think I'm too good for this shit. I think I'm just pretty good. And sometimes it's like, if you're a master chef, look, I'm not calling myself a master chef of dancing, but I'm a good chef. I'm a good chef where you can come to my restaurant and be like, I'm going to have some good pasta. I'm going to have some good pasta today. I'm going to have, like, if you want good pizza, you come to my restaurant. You want good food, you come to me. And then you come to me, and each and every time I keep serving you grilled cheese, or I serve you nachos, or I serve you a quesadilla. I serve you shit that you can make on your own. Like, there's no use of the actual skill. So sometimes when, I get it. It comes with a trade-off. You don't have to practice so much. You can learn it within 10 seconds, and you can go out there and just do it. And it's cute. But is it, like, I'd rather give a speech. I'd rather just not do this. Or if it is a reception, right? Like my friend Anushka's reception, that was last year or so. Those dances were hard. And it's like, you know what? This is good. This is good because this is what I should be in. I want to put on a show. I want to entertain these people. That has always been my bottom line. So I bring all of that to a close with this. I'm probably just going to keep on dancing at this shit. It's not really worth the fight. For those people that don't dance at these events, applause to you, man. Like, if you just don't want to dance, cool. We force so many people to dance in Indian culture, and I get it. Like, it's part of it. It's just a facet of the culture, of the people. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. But personally, I think I'm going to try to push back a little more. Now then, on to the fun stuff. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify with no video content, I have a couple of boxes of Lego Christmas trees behind me. Now, for those on YouTube, obviously you can see what I'm pointing at, and these have been behind me during the entire duration of the video. Why are these here? I'm doing a giveaway. I'm doing a Christmas giveaway. I thought it'd be a little bit festive. I thought it'd be fun, and I thought it'd be a good way of, doing a little selfish shit to get some followers on Instagram. I was doing some analytics behind, like the number of active TikTok users, the active Instagram users, and I think my presence on Instagram needs to be a little greater. I have an official podcast page for Instagram, the Ajay Patel Show. I understand. Oh, but isn't your handle Ajay Patel Show? It is. The Ajay Patel Show is the official handle of the Instagram page. And I need to be better at getting more followers, more traction to that. But this giveaway, and I have to say this for legal purposes, and I do mean it. This giveaway is just to be festive, to give back, to have some fun. Legos are the new puzzles, man. This is where it's at. Now, what do you have to do to qualify for a giveaway? Now, I'm trying to get these out by this weekend so then people can acquire it by Christmas, whether they give it away as a gift or, build it yourself. Cool. Firstly, like this video on YouTube. Second, follow the Ajay Patel Show on Instagram. And 3, that's literally it. I guess 3, do it by Friday, and winners will be selected over the weekend, announced next Monday, and I will ship them over to your address. So yes, I will reach out to acquire any contact information. And yeah. So one last time, we're doing a giveaway. Follow the Ajay Patel Show on Instagram. Like this video on YouTube, and your name will be entered in a drawing. Please do this by Friday. And the Friday that I'm talking about is the 13th. Winners will be selected over the weekend, and we'll get them shipped out and to your house by Christmas. Do y'all like Secret Santa? Do y'all like, or White Elephant? At some point, these games gotta change up maybe once again. Because in White Elephant, you bring something nice. Let's say I bring a hydro flask. And it gets passed around. It gets stolen twice and then locked. And then I end up with a roll of toilet paper. And then no one steals it. And then I'm stuck with it. And then there's always one nice person in the group. There's always one nice person in the group that steals the toilet paper just because it's like, I don't want you to end up with that. If you're one of the people that bring toilet paper to the White Elephant, or anything under $2, you gotta go. You gotta go. During Secret Santa, if you don't spend above the minimum threshold, you gotta go. You gotta go. Don't engage in it. I'm not saying you need to spend money. I'm just saying don't engage in it. These activities have a new set of rules now. If the minimum is $25, spend $30. If the minimum is $5, I don't know what the hell you can buy for under $5. In high school, we did this with my student council class, and boy, did I get gypped. I bought this girl lip gloss from Victoria's Secret, some other bullshit from another store in the mall. I probably spent about 30 to 50 bucks. And I think our threshold was 25 or 30. I can't remember exactly. She also had me. I got a box of donuts. A box of donuts. Not even Krispy Kreme, bro. 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven donuts. I cannot make this shit up. Look, on our wish list, I just put donuts because I like donuts. And I get it. You know, oh, you should have put something more. But, bro, donuts. You just gonna give me donuts? Throw a gift card in there. I don't care if it's against the rules. So if you're one of those people, you got to go this Christmas. You just got to go. Now, the last people that got to go this Christmas, if you buy anyone a digital picture frame, you got to go. You have got to exit the building. A digital picture frame is your kiss goodbye. If you buy someone a digital picture frame, you are saying, you know what, from this point forward, I never am going to see you again. But you get to look at me through all these pictures that you can control through the app. Oh, grandma, you don't take any pictures? Well, don't worry. Well, you don't take any pictures? Don't worry, grandma. I'll upload it through the app. You're not going to upload those pictures. As soon as you give someone a digital picture frame, you are kissing them goodbye. You are telling them we will never meet again. And this is very true. This is very true. I bought my grandma a digital picture frame. Those pictures, the same 8 pictures were going through that shit over and over and over again. She ended up unplugging it. I think when I was in Irving last time, I saw it just laying on the side of the ground, and I was like, you know what? I get it. I don't even blame you. A digital picture frame is the kiss goodbye. And if you yourself buy a digital picture frame, you need to just stop for a second and check on yourself. You don't need a digital picture frame. You don't need a picture frame that's rotating pictures. Have one picture in there, and it's good. It's okay. You don't need a digital picture frame. Everything else has got all the same mechanisms. Your TV goes on screensaver. What do you see? Your pictures. People got fridges that got rotating pictures of it. The Google Home, the Nest system. Yes, Kristen and Kavita, I am thinking about y'all's house when I'm thinking about this shit. All of this stuff has rotating pictures. What do you need a digital picture frame for? My sister used to have a digital picture frame. Those were probably the most unstable years of her life. Things were going perfectly good, but she was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And she might listen to this, and I'm sorry, Irina. But things were like, yo, what's actually going on here? Oh, the digital picture frame has a default setting where it can just be an ocean. Well, why don't you just get a picture of an ocean? The digital picture frame is the metaphorical kiss goodbye to whomever you get it for. You should not buy a digital picture frame this Christmas. And that is my message to y'all. On my final note, I kind of want to go back to the top of just the holidays are here. Treat people nice. Be courteous. If you see someone struggling, doing something, help them out. I realized our friends Natasha and John were here. I'm name dropping a lot, but our friends Natasha and John were here, and we were just talking about like the difference in when you go to other countries versus when you're here. And people have this facade of America in their head, and they come here and they're like, holy shit, what is going on? As soon as you land in the airport, it's go, 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 go. The people are yelling at you. You're probably from a different country. You don't even know what these people are saying. Why are they so angry? Why are they so angry? I thought people were free here. I just came from a country that just sounded like bombs going off every 5 seconds. I come here, these people are just screaming at me to get through customs. I don't even know the language that they're speaking. And look, I get it. Travel has become this like, what's it called? Like this time bomb. Probably shouldn't say those words together because I'll probably get flagged. But travel has just become this pressure cooker where people are just going through so much shit. And then they end up taking out all that anger, all that frustration on other people there. Now, look, I tell y'all, I like to stay honest with y'all. And Isha and I are just as guilty of this shit. And look, I'll focus on myself. I am just as guilty of this stuff. And I try. I do try. Where I get on the plane and I'm overtly helpful. And now people think I work there. People think I work for the airline because I'm helping people put up their bags. Oh, you got a kid here, I'll carry him and take him to the seat. I've never done that, but I would do it. And then people are coming down. I don't want to hold up the flow of traffic here, so I'll go all the way to the back of the plane. Okay, everyone sat down. Now I'll go. Yes, I do try. But there's other times where I'm just like, why didn't I say anything? Why didn't I do anything? Bro, we literally landed at LAX from Kansas City. And Kansas City is quite calm, quite quaint. You get to LAX, it is a fucking madhouse, bro. There's so much shit going on. People yelling at each other, people fighting, people waiting on their bags, people just stressed out running through the airport. Bro, we step outside and we start walking to the Uber Lyft pickup stuff. A trash can. We see a large trash can. Like how the trash people will collect all the bags and put them in this one bin and eventually, roll them over to whatever dumpster. A trash bin thing was rolling down the street rolling down off the sidewalk into the street. And there is a lady, probably 45 to 50, standing there with one luggage facing the street. So there is a giant trash can rolling at this lady. Now, at least 10 seconds go by of this trash can rolling towards this lady, pummeling towards this one lady. Me, myself, let's throw Isha in there. Everyone around didn't say anything. We all saw this trash can come pummeling at this lady. Next thing you know, pow, just knocks this lady down. She turns around and she's like, what? She gets up. Actually, she didn't even fall. I'm gonna be honest. She didn't even fall. It bumped her. She caught herself. I know that shit hurt because that shit looked heavy. She turned around and she was like, what the fuck? The trash dude was helping people find, where the bus stops were. And he was just pointing around. And she starts cussing out this dude. And the dude literally goes, takes the trash can and walks off. And during all of this, none of the bystanders stopped to check on this lady. All of us just saw her, had our eyes real wide. I said, damn. And just waited for more shit to go down. Because that's what this shit has turned into, is this just, where's the entertainment? I want to see more. I didn't even save this lady. I could have been like, hey, there's a trash can. That's also the thing where what goes through my head is like, what am I supposed to yell? Like, hey, there's a trash can coming. What is the correct thing to yell? That, it's a weird thing that's happening. It's like, I've never seen a trash can roll at someone like this. But also, she's a dumbass. She's a dumbass. Not because she got hit by a trash can, but because she didn't stay on the ground. Boy, I dare a trash can to roll into me at LAX. I'll be on the ground, bleeding, crying. I'll probably just stay unconscious. People be like, oh my gosh, is he dead? I'll be like, and then next thing you know, I'm a millionaire. Next thing you know, I'll be flying private. The lady's a dumbass. Poor lady. I hope she's okay. All that, ladies and gentlemen, we bring it to a close with this. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe on the video. Let's get those numbers up before we close out the year. We have one more episode, and I think we'll do like a little bit of a year recap, keep it a little bit more fun. And don't forget about the Lego giveaway. We're doing 3 sets, so 3 winners will be announced this Saturday on the Instagram page. One more time, follow the Instagram page, The Ajay Patel Show. Like the video on YouTube. And I hope you guys get that holiday shopping done early. Why am I giving y'all shopping advice? You see what I'm saying? I'm tripping. Anyways, have a good time. I'll see you guys next week. And goodbye.